Hi, friends. Today I wanted to think about what a learning experience this time really is for each of us. For a lot of years, we had a wonderful mentor for our church. His name was Gene Mayhew, and he taught parenting classes. The program that he used was called Love and Logic. And those of us who were parenting, actively parenting at that time, were very grateful for the time he spent with us. One of his favorite sayings was that life is learning. And by that, he meant that as parents, we're watching our children learn everything. We're teaching them, and then we're watching them, observing them in their own learning process. And the context for his comment was that we had to have a lot of grace as parents to tolerate their learning curve, just as our people in our lives tolerated our learning curves as well. So if we understand that life is learning, then we'll understand that everything in life teaches us something, and we're we're growing in the best ways when we're open to what life is teaching us and what we're able to learn, not just what we think, but also what we feel, learning about ourselves and learning about the world, learning about others. And this is a huge time of learning, isn't it? So you probably have heard that saying that the Chinese word for crisis consists of two characters, danger and opportunity. And this is certainly a time of great danger, but also a time of opportunity. And I like to think that the opportunity that we have in front of us is to learn and to grow. So just a few things that I think we can learn. One is that we are to lead grateful lives. This time of being completely disheveled in our lives makes us grateful for all of the places of goodness that we can find, for beauty outside, for kindness of strangers, for companionship, for people who reach out in love and caring. All of those are gifts in this time of isolation and disruption. And so one learning I think that we can receive is to lead a life that's defined by gratitude or gratefulness. I also think that this time is probably pretty unsettling for many people because it brings the specter of death much closer to our minds than we normally like to inhabit. And so to understand that what comes with the specter of death in our vision must be accepted and tolerated and received as the gift that it is. It's an invitation to become aware of our mortality and to rest in the comfort of God's love for us, and to see all of our lives as part of the whole story of God holding us and embracing us and supporting us and caring for us in each phase or moment of our lives. One of our statements of faith says, in life and death, we belong to the Lord and we belong to God. And that's so true. And if we see ourselves as being held by God, held in God's hands in this time of uncertainty and trouble, it gives me a great comfort to see my life in that way. And I encourage you. The other phrase that I think was Parker Palmer said something like, everything that we have experienced has led us to this moment. Everything we've experienced in our lives so far leads us to this moment. And what he meant by that is to draw upon the rituals and traditions of our faith to provide guidance and structure in our lives in this terribly unsettled time. Of course, for us, that means reaching out as Christ would reach out, acts of service and kindness and love, serving those who are in greater need, and praying for all those who are in need. So it's a time of having to face our fears and a time of great learning. And so I invite you to see the challenges of this day and the coming days in the context of learning, and sending grace and peace to you. Take care.